Hi everybody, April here. I apologize I wasn't on earlier today, but I'm hoping it's okay I share this message here. Um, and in my title, it's like I said, it's we all need to bring it to the table. Um, and when I say this from a place of love, a place of we really need to do that. In our everyday, a lot of times we miss the signs, we miss the things that are going on around us, we miss the things that are happening. And for example, back when there was a major Earth situation coming forward, the animals began to show things, and people didn't necessarily pick up the messages until after the situation happened. And a lot of people, their bodies are actually barometers of events and things that are coming to the world, that are coming within our space. And it's kind of like, I'll call it intuition, I'll call it instinct, I'll call it knowing that there's something about to pop, something about to happen. And today, as I was spending some time, um, I had been over the past few days. I had not been feeling overly yeehaw, um, and today it hit me pretty hard. I still had to help my granddaughter with her situation, and I pried myself up out of bed. Um, and this is a very common thing that'll happen when things are going on. And anyhow, I got down, picked up my granddaughter, and we were talking, and she made a comment about her cat's behavior. And I made a comment about my cat's behavior. And then we got talking a little bit more. And she reminded me, and she said, Grandma, remember when things are getting ready to happen, how a lot of times the animals will act a certain way and how certain things will happen. And she said, and you, Grandma, you really tend to pick it up like you're a really strong barometer for that. And she goes, and Grandma, I've been not, I've been feeling it as well. Hi, Sherelle, and hi, Kelly. And anyhow, as this was going on, it became an awareness to me that we need to bring it to the table because, there's stuff going to happen. There's things that are going to be going on in the world around us. They could happen in our communities. They could happen in other communities. And whether you do it through prayer, whether you do it through meditation, whether you're a person who feels led to offer support, we need to bring it. We need to be there, and we need to honor when these things begin to show themselves to us. For example, back when the large tsunami happened, I don't even remember the country that it happened in, but when the large tsunami happened, the elephants knew to get their trainers out from the lowlands, and they took them up to the hillside. Not an elephant was lost, not a trainer was lost. And before it happened, hi Denny, and before it happened, a lot of different things were noticeable within animal behavior. I had a friend who had, this was when I lived in Alaska, and she had a number of cats. She was a cat rescue person, and all of her cats began to lay low. And a lot of times when that was happened with her and in her space, she would notice that, oh, we had an earthquake, or we're going to have an earthquake, or something like that. So the animals began to do things that were different. And hi, Courtney. And as we watched and as time went on, within a very short period of time, it knocked me down. I was down for almost a week solid, and it was because they have to quiet me somehow. And that's when I went into the meditative state, and that's what I spent all of this morning doing as well. Um, anyhow, and after all of that happened, that's when that huge situation happened. Same thing with the situation that happened in Haiti. And right now, folks, we're in a place and we're in a time, and I hope it's okay, guys, that I'm sharing this here, but we're in a time and a place where there's some shifts and changes that are going to happen. And if you're somebody who's not been feeling good, or and there's no explainable reason for it, or you're noticing your animals are acting a little different, take those as signs, take those as bits of information that we need to draw our energy together. I think that the heart of what Denny and Courtney were hoping from this community, if I'm reading it right, is that we're all there to help, and we're all here to come together as a group because there's strength in that number. There's strength in that empowerment of bringing it together, and bring it to the table. Um, Maybe you have an awesome ceremony that you can do that can really help protect and persevere and bring a balance to the world. We're all facing the same things, whether they're going to affect us directly or whether they're going to affect us in an indirect manner, but we all have to bring it to the table. And I think that's an important bit and piece of this group, and that's why I'm hoping, like I said, it's okay that I share, and I know that you said it's fine. I just really feel like it's something that's important that we bring it. Um, I don't care if it's prayer, I don't care if it's ceremony. If you're feeling like you've been kicked, why? Why do you feel like you're being kicked? And, really search within yourself and say, wow, am I being a barometer of something bigger that's coming? And this is the way that the globe's letting me know, or this is the way my God is letting me know, or my higher power, my higher source. You know, I really don't think that Denny and Courtney creating this group was happenstance. I believe it's something that needs to help draw the community together. When you think about it, there's people from many different places that are a part of this group, and when we can bring all of that energy together, and when after you talk about it. Oh, awesome, Denny and Courtney. That when we can bring that together and when we can really honor that, there is no distance. There is no, when we all connect and we're all through the same source of spiritual energy and we're all through the higher power and for the highest good, that's when we're going to make changes. That's when the world's going to really, that's when we can make the change. And it's like I said in another thing, that we have to have ourselves at that place of perfection where we can be used. And, we got to bring it. We got to be there. We've got to be supportive. We have to help. And do it in whatever way if it's giving a smile, if it's being there to support, if you feel led to pray for something or someone, that's what you're being called to do. Do it. Bring it to the table, because we all need to bring our pieces and our parts so that we can all have the beauty of this all together. And like I said, I'm sorry, I apologize, it's a little bit later, but there was no way I was going to function earlier, simply because I knew that I needed to figure out what was going on. And I'm so very thankful for my 16-year-old granddaughter, who is so gifted and so skilled and so attuned with what's going on around her. And she's able to say, hey, Grandma, let's look at this. And the minute she said it and I started to realize it and I started to honor it, that's when this lifted. And it was like, okay, you got it. Now grab it, take it, and let others know. So, time to bring it to the table, folks. We got to work together. And, we can make a difference. We can make a change. And especially when we lock arms and when we bring our hearts and our prayers together. I know I seem heavy tonight. It's been a really intense time. Like I said, when I get kicked like that, I know they're trying to give me a message. I know they're trying to bring forward something. And I don't mean to sound heavy. I apologize if that comes across as a negative, but it's not. It's something we have to do. It's something that we as light workers, we're called here to do. We're called here to bring that energy of love. And that's how we make a difference. That's how we can make a change. That's how, people say to me, what's my life purpose? Your purpose is to be there. Your purpose is to bring it to the table and do what it is that is yours to do, and really honor that and be true to that. And it's like once you get that and you start stepping into that, that's when you can lighten. That's when you can begin to do what it is you need to do, and that's when we can be who it is we're here to be. Follow your purpose, do what you feel led to do, and really honor that and respect that. And thanks for listening. I didn't mean to ramble on quite so much, but hi, McKenna. I really think it's something we all need to bring it together. So as we bring it together, we're able to make a change. We're able to have more strength, and we're able to not only do that for others, but we do it as a group. We help each other. It's like people used to say to me when I'd work, 12, 18-hour days doing healing work with people. When I lived in Alaska, they'd say, how do you do that? And it's because we charge ourselves. It's like we plug ourselves into that recharge. And when we come together as a group and we're supporting and we're doing what we can as a group, that's how we recharge. That's how we are able also to continue on and to do what we've been called to do. So, thanks for letting me share. Look forward to hearing what you guys have to say too. And have an absolutely fabulous night. Hope to talk to you tomorrow. And be blessed.